Hello and welcome to the monthly Q&A. If you'd like to get your question answered in a Q&A like this one, then head on over to ars.fm/sharmvlog. And is that annoying? And I will do my best to answer your question as long as it's not too rude. Don't know why I'm getting so carried away with my intros lately. I'm just really enjoying using my Blue Yeti mic, and I've recently discovered that, if you get close to it and move around it, it does do that My mouth just clicked. That was a proper ASMR experience, right? Question number 1. What do you do if you can't sleep at night? Oh God, we're going there. Okay, so I have always been a problematic sleeper. My partner Ian, he can just sleep. He can get into bed, sleep time, and like that. Have you ever seen that bird, and it's on like some hilarious funniest animals thing, and it puts its head down and it goes nighttime, and then it lifts its head up and goes daytime, nighttime, daytime. That's what Ian's like. He can just, it's either daytime or nighttime. He's either awake or asleep. For me, the lines are blurred and I've always felt way more awake and livelier and more motivated at night. And I go through these cycles. I think I've spoken about this before. I'll go through like half a year where my sleeping pattern's fine. I can go to bed around about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I can be up at about 8, half 8 in the morning, and I'm generally pretty good and it's quite consistent. And then it flips and it goes into like I lay in bed and I can't sleep, and the hours are going by and it gets to about 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm not getting up until 10 o'clock the next day, and I'm just like a zombie throughout the day, and it just repeats itself. And it's always been like that through my whole life, and I've just come to accept it. It is what it is. I've tried everything. The only thing I've never tried is a like medication, like going to my doctor and saying, can I have something to aid my sleep? So that's the only thing I haven't tried. Everything else, telling yourself, oh, I've got to get up in a minute, get into bed and then think, right, I'm going to get out of bed in 2 minutes, and then maybe that will make me sleepy. Or, tensing every part of your body bit by bit, or just meditating and trying to think of nothing, staring at the back of my eyelids for 5 hours. I've tried everything, and when I'm in that episode of like the 6 months of not being able to sleep properly, nothing really works. So I feel like the more I just accept things, the more you accept resistance, the easier it is, I think. What is your favourite way of wasting time? I love wasting time, and I love wasting time on my phone. I've got a few phone games that I play religiously every day, and I find it the best way to unwind. I can just pull out my phone, log into these games, and just chill the F out. It just really, it grounds me, and time can just fly by, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got like 20 levels on this game. But I am obsessed. I'm in two team games on my phone. One's Pearl's Peril, and I'm in a team of that, so I do the weekly challenges. And I'm also I've played it for years, and I can't. Empires and Puzzles, I think it's called. It's the most infuriating game in the world. I don't know why I still play it. It really annoys me. It's so random. It's one of those match 3 games, and you level up your heroes. And you know what? It doesn't matter how souped up you get your heroes to be. You can level them to max. Doesn't matter. If the boards with the tiles don't want to play ball, you're just not going to win. And it's infuriating that you can lose to a team that's got all these little newbie heroes, and you've got all your 5 stars and they're all really strong, and you're just getting owned. This question is from Kate. What decade is your favourite and why? 70s, 80s, 90s and 2000s. So I was born in 1985, so I don't really, remember much of the 80s. I'd say probably the 2000s, because that's when I was, a proper teenager and sort of going through all the trends and trying out new things with my hair. Who remembers hair mascara? I loved hair mascara, and the reason why I loved it, so basically hair mascara is, I've got a mascara somewhere. Well, anyway, this isn't mascara. This is a hyaluronic mist spray. But you'd get a little tube like this, and you'd take the top off, and it had like a little spoolie, which I haven't. Oh, like this. Like a little spoolie that's like covered in hair, and you would paint it it would have a different colour on it. So you could get blue, black, red, green, all these crazy colours, and you would paint it onto your hair, and then you'd have these beautiful, you'd have these weird streaks in your hair of different colour. And I remember I lived near a chemist, and they used to have like a little beauty section where you could get like really cheap lipsticks and eyeshadows that were just not pigmented whatsoever. And I remember when they started stocking the hair mascara, and I went in there one day and I saw that they had a this sort of colour, like a gingery colour, darker than this, like a gingery brown. Now, who's got gingery brown streaks in their hair from the Final Fantasy universe? I'll give you 3 seconds to think about it. Did you get it? It is Rinoa. She had the gingery brown streaks in her hair, didn't she? And when I saw that hair mascara, it was like one of those moments where it goes, ah, and you know, like the camera zooms into the eyes and then zooms into the product. And I bought it, and I went home and I put it in my hair. I went into school, and I was just like, I'm basically Rinoa. I'm living my best life now. Would you ever get a piercing where? And that's from Ken Cross 1. So I've got 6 piercings. I've got 3 in each ear, but the third one closed up. And I haven't got any piercings anywhere else, and I probably wouldn't. The only other place I'd get piercings is my ears, maybe at the top, or but I'm so annoyed with my ear piercings. I went with Louise when I was 15, maybe 14, and I went to a jewelry shop to get it done, and it was with a gun, and so she did the first set, and I remember her saying to Louise, do these look even? Because she had done a little felt tip pen dot on each part of the ear so that when you looked on you could see if they were straight or not. And Lou said, I think one needs to come up a little bit or come down. I'm pretty sure it was come down. So the woman did this ear a lot lower than this one. So now I can't wear certain type earrings. I can't wear studs, because the stud in this ear is way lower than the stud in this ear. And also I think at some point, I feel like this ear got ripped as well, because it's not a hole, it's like a rip. I think it got ripped down a little bit. So now I just stick with like sleepers, or, you know, the droplet ones that just hang down, because then I don't have to worry about whether they're even or not. But I've got 2 piercings in each ear at the moment, and the third hole on, I think it's this ear, is still open, but not on this ear. But I don't use my third hole. That sounds weird. This is also from Ken Cross. Have you experienced true love? Yes, of course I have, and I'm experiencing true love now, and that is with Ian, and we've been together for, I was thinking about it the other day, and I think it's 16 years. It might be 17 years this April. If not, it's 16 years this April, so it's a long time. Post a picture of your pet. Okay, I will. It was going to be a picture of Maggie. Let me have a look on my phone. You know, like when people post their camera, they say, oh, I took a picture of my dog, but it's always like this, and then it shows the camera roll, and it's not just one picture, it's like 100 pictures literally of just a few different angles. That's what mine's like. Okay, I've got the perfect picture. I'm going to post a picture of Maggie, and I fell asleep on the sofa, and I woke up and I was really groggy. I woke up and I looked over and I was like, and Maggie had fallen asleep with her butt to me and her head jammed behind this pillow, and she was snoring so loud. I wonder if I got a video. I didn't. I got like 20 pictures of her though, so I'll put one of those pictures in. So that is it for this month's Q&A. If you'd like to get your question answered in a Q&A like this one, then head on over to ars.fm/Sharmalade, and I will do my best to answer your question. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and I will see you very soon for the next Q&A.